Oh, I respectfully disagree. Podcast back in the building. Late night episode. Football is on, but I don't want to talk about football.
Why not?
Philly,
why don't you want to talk about it? What's going on?
Like,
speak your mind. I want to know about this because is there a game that's currently on right now that has you feeling some type of way? It's Sunday. What time is it? At 6:56 p.m., the 7th of January. Is there a particular team that you root for that is currently playing that you're having issues with?
You a jerk, man. You a jerk.
Fly, eagle, fly.
I'm lost for words, man. It's like I saw when I got back from playing ball earlier where the crew is on Facebook tagging me and trolling me and stuff. I ain't even gonna answer it. So I'm letting y'all know ahead of time, man. Y'all kiss my ass. I have no words for that, man. Like,
you guys made the playoffs. You guys are the defending NFC champions. I don't know what's going on though,
bruh.
It's rough because it's like I don't know what's in Jalen's head, but I don't know. Is he regressing? Is the team regressing? What has changed?
As of right now, all signs point towards that. And I've been having, conversation, in our group chat, voicing my opinion, even when they were still at 10-1. I was like, bro, something is off.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're scratching to win games. The offense is not moving. Nobody's clicking. My biggest beef with Jalen Hurts is that for that position, you have to be the leader.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Not all leaders are vocal or whatever, but you got to find some way to motivate and uplift this team. Like, most consider Tom Brady the greatest quarterback ever. Some.
Yeah, I can see
I'll
that.
say 85% of people view Tom Brady as the greatest quarterback.
Say 65. Oh, just my bad. I just seen the Rams up on the 49ers. Let's go, baby. But yeah, continue. Tom Brady.
But even with his golden boy reputation and things like that,
he was a dog too.
I've seen Tom Brady fire up.
He was a dog, man.
When he's pissed off, Tom Brady's a whole nother person.
That's somebody you don't want to get pissed off, especially in the fourth quarter.
Whether it's a drop pass or something that he made a mistake on. I've seen him throw the damn tablet plenty of times. I've seen him get up and yell at the offensive coordinator and things like that. And it's like, it's not out of evil spirits or nothing like that. It's a competitive spirit. He's trying to win. And I'm saying to you, I've seen Jalen Hurts fumble the ball. I've seen him throw interceptions, plays that are solely on him.
Mm-hmm.
And he simply walks to the bench, put his coat on.
Saying he's too nonchalant about it.
Too nonchalant.
Okay.
And that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I hate how they're trying to give A.J. Brown the T.O. treatment. That's literally how they done T.O. when he was in Philly, the beef with him and McNabb and all of that. And it's like, A.J. Brown, to me, is a competitor. This is only his second season there. And the offense, I get it. They lost their offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. But it's like, bro, this is apples and oranges, night and day. Y'all went from leading the league in sacks, top 3 defense last year, to y'all are literally at the bottom.
It's rough.
Secondary looks like rough. They put me out there. I ain't finna chase nobody. Everybody's wide open.
Oh man, that's rough, man. That's the thing about football, about fandom. It's tough. It's rough, man. Because when they're up, oh man, you love it. But when they're down and out, it's hard, man. Like, it's hard for me if we're just talking about just being fandom. And by the way, this talk that we're having has nothing to do with the episode, but we want to get this out the way because we know. But it's like being a Louisville fan, bro. It's hard I'm gonna tell you right now, it is hard being a Louisville football, Louisville basketball, Louisville. I think our soccer team's okay. Louisville baseball, hockey. I just found out we got a hockey team. I'm gonna try to watch them play. But it's hard because it's like you want your team to win every game, and it's like for me, I feel like every time I watch my team play, they lose. That's why I stopped watching. Like I'll glance over every side, but I feel like I got bad luck.
I be feeling that too.
And the same thing with the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan. And it's like every time I watch the Lakers, or if I bet on the Lakers, they give me like the worst game ever. I don't hit no parlays. I stopped gambling. I gave that life up. I'm done.
Look, I got one for you. The other night they playing Memphis. So I'm watching how this game is unfolding. You could tell how LeBron was warming up, that it was going to be like he's coming out aggressive. LeBron makes 4 threes in the first quarter. Marcus Smart is hot. So I do a live bet. I took LeBron for 6 threes. I took Marcus Smart for 7 threes. Bane started out slow, but I know that like Bane, once he gets cooking, he can get hot quick.
Them damn small ass arms he got.
So I'm trying to pull the slip up real quick right now. So I did a 3-leg parlay. Okay, LeBron 6 threes, Marcus Smart 7 threes, and I took Bane for 4 threes. Okay, I was so sure that this was gonna hit, because normally when I make bets, it's just like $5-10 here. I was like, I'm a gambler, but not a serious gambler where I'm like,
it's a hobby.
100 here,
it's a hobby.
200 there.
It's a hobby,
right? Michael Jordan.
It's just a hobby,
So on this particular bet, I was like, you know what? I'm putting 15 on it.
Okay.
I'm sure this is going to happen. LeBron hit 4 threes in the first quarter, which means he has 3 quarters to make 2. Marcus Smart hit 7 threes. Bane hit 6 threes. LeBron finished the game.
So I just assume he didn't hit
Never hit another one.
Oh,
he finished with 4.
That's tough.
$15. The payout was like $600. I was just for certain that was going to hit, and it never happened.
That's tough.
And so yes, I feel like I'm bad luck at times too. They gonna switch to the game. They got Mariota.
Oh my God. This is tough.
We watching the Giants smiling after the season they had. They ending the year smiling on us.
These Eagles and put in Mariota. That's tough. Why wouldn't they switch to the 49ers game? That's a closer game, but did we get the 2-point? We did, didn't we?
Like I said, we in.
Yeah, I'll take it. Like my Rams last year were not in the playoffs, so this is, I'm happy. Eagles are in. I will say this. I still feel that the Super Bowl is going to be an NFC team. I do not think this year. Well, take that back. Lamar.
I was going to say
Lamar is because I don't think Kansas City is going to.
Nah,
I don't see it. Kansas City is, and people's like, oh man, it's Taylor Swift's fault. This has nothing to do with Taylor Swift. Nah. They just having not a down year, just not having a record-setting year like they normally used to. But I just feel like they got that. The time is up for this year. They lost their offensive coordinator. He went to Washington, and that really hurt him.
Jalen Hurts benched in the first half. I'm telling you, bro, something going on, man.
But you don't need to play him anymore. You know that you're going to the playoffs. You're not going to win, and they see that Dallas was up, so it's like it is what it is. Go on, get him out of here. Let him rest.
I'm pushing the button on you. Like
you don't. Why play him and potentially get him hurt though?
Because of how bad the offense have been struggling these recent weeks. At least get a rhythm. Even if you're going to lose, get a rhythm
I get
first.
I get that. It's just I think that at this point, when they were down 24-0, there's no way you can get a rhythm.
But hear me out though, because that's what I'm saying. It's like it's 24-0. Come out in the third quarter. Look at her.
And look at that.
Oh my goodness.
You see who just fumble. Mariota.
So that's demoralizing on the offense. It's demoralizing on the defense because you're letting one of the worst teams in the NFL laugh and joke and run up the scoreboard. That's what I'm saying. It's like that's a tough way to go into a playoff game next week because you're on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying to you is
they can be beat.
Get some type of rapport with your receivers and things like that. Smith was out, ankle issues. So it's like,
didn't AJ Brown get hurt?
I hope not.
I could have swore I seen that he said he was hurt.
Don't tell me that. I ain't been watching it.
I'm serious.
Don't tell me that.
I'm serious, man. I'm telling you, they were.
We just talked about bad luck, so we getting off sports. Man.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. It was gonna get off fast because it get real rough.
Tonight's conversation ain't about sports, man.
Not at all.
I'm gonna give you credit. That's why I reached out to you because I want to say maybe a week or two ago, you made a post either about House of Dragons or something about Game of Thrones, and I commented on it. And the reason why I commented was because I started back watching the series, going back season 1, and I'm currently on season 3
of Game of Thrones.
And it's like every time I watch it, I pick up something that I'm like, damn, like, okay, I see why this happened and blah, blah, blah. And even though I've seen it, I'm so emotionally invested into it to where it's like, it's almost as if I've never seen it before. Like I'm really locked in.
It's one of those types where it's the rewatchable. I don't know if that's even a word, but I'm gonna make it a word. The rewatchability of it is so high. Like you can watch, I've seen Game of Thrones from start to finish at least 4 times. And I still watch it to this day. Like this service that I have, I got rid of the one Got TV I was telling you about. It's called Superbox. I just paid $150. That's the total. And now I have like all your shows and all that stuff. Please don't, if like the federal government sees this, please don't cut me off, because anyway, but yeah. And it has a 24/7 Game of Thrones channel. And the entire time, that's all that channel plays. Game of Thrones. So, I mean, obviously I have HBO too, but I can watch that anytime I want to. So it randomly will have an episode that I've seen multiple times. Like I watched the Battle of the Bastards the other day. One of my favorite episodes. One of the greatest TV show episodes of all time. Just from beginning to end, nothing was straight smoke and drama and action. Everything that was supposed to be in a TV show that makes you love it. That's what that episode was. But
we're gonna get into it because that's what I was saying. It was like I was in the midst of going back to start it all over. Like I said, it's the holidays. With my wife being a teacher, they've been on break. So everybody's here in the house. Really ain't had no reason to go anywhere other than, go to the grocery store or whatever. But for the most part, I've been full couch potato mode. So I've been watching it. The part that pisses me off the most is I only watch it late at night when the kids go to bed for adult reasons or whatnot. I don't want to be sitting down here and, the kids come downstairs and Littlefinger's brothel is jumping now.
I ain't gonna lie, they used to go there. I'm like, oh, you know how they used to do? Put the remote under your stomach and stuff. Put the previous channel, be like Disney when you was growing up. And flip it back. That's how you gotta be.
So
I feel you though.
Long story short, all of that led me to sit here and I'm like, bro, like, what's some of the best TV series out there? And my wheels got to turning, and it's like you can go so many directions, like comedy, suspense, you know what I'm saying? That drama, all of that,
cop procedural shows, all that.
I reached out to you, you accepted my offer. So tonight, 15 minutes later, here's the topic. Top 5 TV series, TV shows.
So I'll be honest with you. I've watched so much TV growing up, and Mama, I'm sorry, I do get out and things like that. But it get cold outside. Sometimes you don't want to go out anywhere. You want to sit down and watch good TV shows, and that's what I do. I couldn't do just five because I did five, but I got a lot of honorable mentions.
Yeah,
and it's just because it's so hard for me to just sit there and pick 5 good shows. Like if you ask me top 5 movies, I have the same thing. I don't have just 5 good movies,
right?
But that'll be a discussion for another day too.
We can do it.
I think we did. I think we did baseball. I think we did baseball before.
Yeah.
And we talked about like top sports movies. I remember
y'all pissed on Mr. 3000.
I didn't piss on it. I felt like there was better movies.
Stan Ross.
Yeah. I mean,
who's the boss?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
He pissed on himself. He even had 3,000. He had 2,099. I remember the damn movie. He didn't even get 3,000 hits, but he got into the Hall of Fame. But yeah, if we're going to talk about TV shows, I'm gonna go ahead and pull my list out, and I got honorable mentions, and this one's probably gonna shock people from the jump. And the reason why this is an honorable mention, not in my top 5, is because how it's aged over the years, and it's still on. And one of them is The Simpsons.
Ooh,
I put The Simpsons on here, and I say that because The Simpsons peaked for me back in season 12. And after that, we're in season 30, 31. That might be season 32. But it stopped being funny for me back then. Like I would watch Simpsons season 1 through season 12 religiously. That's the only reason why I got Disney Plus. Mm-hmm. That and you got the Mandalorian and stuff. But
I forgot.
But you said though, and what he said was, and I did go against this, but you did say on your top 5 that they have to at least be 5 seasons. And a lot of these shows that people have, like that are real good, they have not made there to that 5 season mark just yet. Like Mandalorian's what, going to 3rd season?
Yeah.
So
and see, I did that because it was like I'm trying to because I know it's gonna be hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I was trying to have some kind of criteria to narrow it down, so to speak.
So yeah, but The Simpsons is one of my honorable mentions. Another one of mine is Family Guy. And same thing with The Simpsons. Family Guy was goated from season 1 to season, I want to say 13, 14. Recently, I can't tell you last time I watched a Family Guy episode. It's been that bad, like a new one. It's just one of those things where it's no longer funny. Same thing with The Simpsons. It's no longer funny. And it's not to say that I don't think animated shows are funny, because I got some that are on my top 5 list. Mm-hmm. It's just Seth MacFarlane and the Simpson creators, they no longer do it for me. So it is what it is. So that's one. This one's probably going and this is one, because I have mentioned this. I said, man, our list is going to be different. I can tell you right now.
Most definitely.
Another one of mine is Star Trek Voyager.
I've never been a Star Trek.
Star Trek Voyager is it's just another one of Star Trek shows in the long line of Star Trek with Kirk, Captain Kirk, Star Trek: The Next Generation with Picard. You got Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Star Trek Voyager was after that, and this was the first time you had a female lead, and it was Captain Janeway. Her real name is Kate Mulgrew. She played on The Orange Is the New Black. But yeah, I've seen episode 1 until the final episode. One of my favorite shows. And I'm a Trekkie, I ain't gonna lie. I watch Star Trek, I watch Star Wars, all that. I love science fiction.
Yeah, I'm a big Star Wars person.
But Star Trek Voyager is definitely one of those, and a lot of it showed scenes from the TV show, but they actually played into, there's certain movies like they used like the Borg and stuff. I know you don't watch Star Trek and stuff like that, but people who are out there, they may know about the Borg and stuff. They're like the real supreme villain. They can assimilate you by injecting you with their nanotechnology, and then they change you from being a human into being freaking Borg. you lose everything. You're no longer a human. You're a cybernetic organism. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy
because it's been around for a minute.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I never really got into it.
Oh yeah.
And then, not to cut you off, like some of the more recent movies, it's like the previews and shit look good, but it's like because I don't know the background or nothing like that, I never really got into it. So yeah, I didn't even think about that one. What else you got over?
So here's one, and this one, this was not a 5-season one. It was actually it was a mini season, but it's from HBO. It's called Chernobyl. You've seen Chernobyl before. I mean, you know about Chernobyl, the accident over in Ukraine. It was a mini series, and they basically discussed how the reaction behind everything that happened. One of the dopest shows I've ever seen, from episode 1 to I think there was 5 to episode 5. Nothing but straight smoke the entire time. It was crazy, and it's a true story, and it shows you how fast people died because this is a nuclear disaster. So there's that. Sack. Ooh, he fumbled. That's gay. Let's go.
Look, the 49ers gonna lose too.
Yes, let's go. He fumbled. Get Brock Purdy up out of here. Sorry, guys. We're watching the game while we're watching the game. Talking about this. He's a game manager, like Cam said. Get him up out of here. Also, am I live? Is E on there?
We on the live.
Hey, E. That's crazy.
We on the live.
That is crazy. So, but anyway, you got that. I got Adonis Drive-Ins and Dives. That's technically a TV show.
Look, I don't even know what the hell you talking about.
You never seen Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives before? What?
Nah.
With Guy Fieri? It's on the Food Network. So, bro, you eat. You a big dude. we eat. I'm just saying, like, we big.
Don't do me like that, bro.
But he goes around and he goes to different restaurants and he eats their food. That's all he does. And
hold on. Say the name again.
Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
And who's the host?
Guy Fieri. White dude.
Is that the dude with the burger?
The burger. No, I mean, he has a restaurant here, but no, I don't know if he had a burger.
We's on the cruise, bro.
Yes, it is him. It is him. Because you told me about that.
Then he's all right in my eyes. Okay. That motherfucking burger was good. Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I know his face. Yeah, but I've never sat down and paid attention to it.
They had him coaching the All-Star game, like the NBA All-Star. I'm like, why is Guy Fieri out here coaching? But, oh, man, if E's on real quick, tell E, come holler at me. Anyway, so I put The Boys. That's on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you ever checked that out.
No,
bro. Well, I don't know if you into. Well, you watch Game of Thrones, but it's very gory. I will say that it's a superhero. For me, it's like this would be the closest thing to what if a superhero really exists, how they would act. Just because we see Superman, we see Batman, and we have this notion like, oh my God, all these people are, inherently good. In real life, we know people are really not like that. And people who actually get power, they're going to use it to their advantage. And that's exactly what The Boys is. It actually shows what real superheroes would do if they actually had power. They will exploit it. They will use it to their advantage to try and, rule over people. That's exactly what that is. It's dope. You got to check it out.
But that's what I was going to say, because it's like, bro, like I don't watch a lot of TV. Like if it ain't sports, bro, I'm not watching it. So it's like for me to sit down and watch a TV series, I have to get emotionally invested. And that's why I'm sitting there and I'm looking and it got my wheels to turning. And it's like, damn, like there's so many shows and stuff out there to where it's like, okay, it's gotta be legit if I'm going to sit down and invest time. Because I'll sit here and watch football and shit all day. As soon as you walked in, I got the games on both the TVs. I'm waiting on my Lakers tonight. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough.
I think I might watch the Golden Globes or something, bro.
Shout out to E on the live. Hold on.
Yo, E, what up with you?
He on that Cry Eagles Cry, man. Kiss my ass, man. Get off my line.
Did you see the other game that was going on?
Shout out to the Rams.
Yeah, let's go. Cam was right. He ain't nothing but a game manager. And y'all lost too. We didn't even have it was that was Carson Wentz.
They lost to Carson Wentz, guys.
Playoff Wentz. And we got we beat Detroit. We're gonna beat Detroit in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now.
Rams in Detroit, Philly and Tampa,
Ooh.
Dallas and Green Bay.
Ooh, that's gonna be ugly. I gotta see that.
Shoot, Dallas might.
So my final honorable mention. It's my final one, and this is a two-parter, just because I feel like you can put these two together. NCIS and NCIS Los Angeles. I love cop procedurals, dramas. I do. I love them. NCIS Los Angeles. Got Gibbs, Tony, Ziva David.
I'm glad
Abby.
you said that, because guess what? If it ain't in your list, we gonna box. All right. You said these are honorable mentions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that soon. Okay, bet.
All right.
That's
perfect.
All right. So that's my honorable mentions. Do you have any, or you just have your list?
I just drew put down a list of all the things that I would consider fall into my box.
All right.
And that's why I said to you, it's like I have to be emotionally invested. It's got to pull me in somehow, some way, and make me sit down and watch it. For me, it's a lot of comedy.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of people's like, oh, that 70s show. You said The Simpsons and things like that. Family Guy.
The 70s show.
I've never watched it.
Oh.
I'm saying like my brother.
Your brother.
My brother's a big
70s
show. He's a big whatever. I think he's on the live, or at least he was.
Okay. Yeah, Kev, we have to have a conversation about that, because
but that's what I'm saying. Or like some people are like The Office. The Office.
Absolutely not. I'm glad that I'll tell you right now, that is not on my list.
So
not
hit the button.
Absolutely not. That is not on my list at all. Let the whole world know it. The Office is overrated. Trash. There's only one scene. One scene I've laughed. And it was when they were playing basketball in the basement, and the black dude Stanley caught the ball and he started dribbling. That shit was funny. But everything else, straight face.
So I'm old in a
Very.
sense. I ain't gonna say, at the end of the day, I'm only 39. I ain't gonna wish that up on myself, because shout out to nephew today, man. We went and played ball, bro. Rush got up and stuffed my shit. Oh man, it made me feel so bad. And it's like in my mind, it's like, okay, we playing 21. I'm trying to prove something to myself. It's like, all right, hey, you can still, like, these is kids. These is kids, but it's like, all right, he's hitting that peak where he played football, he played basketball. So he's in that young, raw, athletic phase. And I ain't going to go too hard trying to drive and stuff, because, you know what I'm saying, my knees is shattered. But I try to do a step back 3. And when I tell you he stuffed that shit, I almost got paralyzed, man. My neck and everything started hurting. Nephew blocked the shit out of me, man.
Oh wow. But yeah, it doesn't feel too good when you figure out what your limitations are as you get older. It's rough, man. It's rough.
Aaliyah said The Office is not funny. Oh man.
She's right. Ain't that right, cuzzo?
Wow.
The Office is not funny, not even remotely funny. The Office, there's another one. Parks and Recreation, all them shows like that where they I'm really about to hurt some hearts right now. What's that? Abbott Elementary?
I've peeked in on that one.
I'm sorry. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Ain't gonna be able to do it. That's another one of those. I'm straight faced. I'm sorry. The Quita Brunt. I tried to support. I really did. I watched like maybe 5-6 episodes, and the entire time, bro, I sat like this. Is this what? So Abbott Elementary.
So like I was saying,
sorry,
I'm kind of old, bro, but it's like, it's one of them where my pops used to watch it all the time and made sure, we recorded on the VCR. He worked third shift, Sanford and Son.
Okay. That actually is one of those shows my grandparents used to put on.
Yeah.
Hey, Red Fox.
I have the complete set
hilarious
on DVD, sitting over there in the basement, in the storage over there. But it's like I was in Walmart one night and I just so happened to be walking and I saw it. And that was like a no-brainer. Every season, every episode. Sanford and Son is one of them. Like, it still come on TV now. And when I see it, every now and then I'll stop, watch an episode or two. But it's like Sanford and Son will never get old to me. It doesn't fit the criteria, but I felt like it deserved being mentioned because I feel like the Chappelle Show had people in a chokehold. I was in college, bro.
Yeah.
And we would stop everything we was doing. Like, we'll be playing ball and it's like, nope, Chappelle Show, come on. We got to go.
I think what angers me about that is the fact that we only got 2 full seasons. Like, there was so much more that he just felt like it was missed, that, you know, that was, and we had to just take it on the chin. There was nothing we can do. He quit. He left. He said, "No, I'm done." And we get the reasons why, but Chappelle Show, I remember that first episode, and
bruh,
the Clayton Bigsby, like,
it was
that really, like, that changed everything.
And that's why, you know, not to get off topic too much, but it's like, bro, like, I feel like it was so perfect. But I feel like had they done that now,
oh God,
oh my goodness,
that show wouldn't last
at all.
Six episodes
at all.
You cannot do the Clayton Bigsby. You can't do the NRGGAR. You can't do that.
I've been seeing all the memes and stuff about the little dude, the little basketball player.
Oh my, Noah. His name, okay. His name is Noah Kaniga. All right, that's his name, Noah Kaniga. That's his name. His parents, his grandparents, his great-grandparents, they all come from a lineage of the Kaniga family. There's a big, long Kaniga tree.
They knew what they was doing.
They knew exactly. And it was crazy. It's just like, Noah? What do you mean, Noah? Like,
so
Noah,
look,
what?
There's no way you can read that without picturing that scene when Dave Chappelle coming there with the milk. Morning, niggas.
That's my favorite family to deliver milk to. The Kanigas.
Swear. So
but Dave Chappelle.
There's no way that I'm not gonna mention it. Didn't fit the criteria, but definitely
it's quality over quantity with that one, absolutely, because there's just had so many, and we could do a whole podcast, a whole episode, just talk about your favorite sketches, your top 5 favorite sketches, and that could be something we could do.
And Rick James had me in a chokehold, bro.
Yeah,
and Rick James.
I think the Rick James, because he did the entire episode was the Rick James, that Rick James, and I think the Prince. The fact, because the Prince was real, like the real deal. And he you know,
I swear, like, for the longest, I used to go to people that fuck your couch. Look, that's where this clip.
See, that just shows you how much that show has influence. You have that using that sound bite for your show, just to show you how much that show's influenced.
Swear. Another legendary series still comes on from time to time. I will sit down and watch it. It got me through a lot of afternoons. I ain't gonna say afternoons, nights, because when the new episodes aired, I think it was like 7 or 8 o'clock. Married with Children.
Oh, okay. I was like, you said nights. I'm thinking, what's going on?
I can't remember what nights it used to be. I want to say maybe Friday, Thursdays or Friday or something.
But yeah, Married with Children. Love in the marriage. I remember. Al Bundy could not, he wouldn't survive in today's.
Not at all.
Because he used to cook.
Hold on. Keep going back and forth over here. What are y'all over here talking about?
What's being said?
Bullshit. That's not his name. Yeah, that's his name.
Yeah. Noah Kaniga is his name. I posted it. They said his name. What's crazy is like the announcers who want to have to say his name because he's going D1. Like, he plays football and he plays basketball, and he's good at both. So it's like he's going D1. And what the announcer's going to say? And this kid Noah, I mean, you're going to have to, because you're not about to cancel me. This kid Noah.
So, real quick before we get into it, I'm just gonna run them off. We ain't talk about it in depth. Fresh Prince. I don't know how many seasons did they do.
They did. I believe it's 5.
So it fits the criteria.
It does fit.
I'm not gonna necessarily say that I go back and watch it all the way through from time to time, but that's still another classic in terms of TV series. Not sure if I'm gonna ruffle some feathers with this one. Uh-oh. I apologize ahead of time. I read it like Noah nigga. That's how I looked at it.
That's how everyone reads it. That's how everyone reads it. Everyone thinks the K is silent. It's not. The N should be silent.
No.
Noah Kiga. But no. It sound exactly how it's spelled.
I don't want to ruffle no feathers. Not sure how people feel about this, but I still feel like it's a legendary TV series that deserves mentioning. The Cosby Show.
Nah.
It's a lot of life lessons that was taught. I'm sorry.
You're right. You ruffle some feathers.
Yeah,
I can't even. I'm sorry. I can't.
We'll leave it alone. Yeah, but I'm saying to you as an honorable mention.
Yeah, okay. I will say this though: that episode of when the daughter and the mom go at it. You want to have big fun in Baltimore. That is goated. Like I love that episode. Like it's one of the. It reminds me so much of how you would see. An actual mother respond to a situation like that. I know for a fact that I've been coming home late and mother's like, what the hell you been at? And yelling at me. Oh, you think you big and grown now. I went to Kentucky Kingdom. I had just turned 13, got a season pass. I took the TARC bus by myself to Kentucky Kingdom. Went up there, had a ball, came home. Mother's like, where the hell you been? Oh, you got a season pass. Oh, you think you big and grown. Having big fun up in Kentucky Kingdom. So, yeah, you can definitely ruffle some feathers with that one. But, it
shout out to my wife on the line. I'm not sure if this is on your list or not, so I'm going to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Grey's Anatomy.
Definitely not. It's definitely not on my list. There's nothing from Shonda. There's nothing from Shonda Rhimes on my list. No Grey's Anatomy. No How to Get Away with Murder. None of that. No, what's it? Devastation 19. None of that's on my list.
All
sorry,
right, cool. Because I give her a hard time too. Yeah. It's like I see her watching it all the time, but it's like I've never sat down and got invested. That and stuff like The Oval. A lot of them Tyler Perry ones.
No, God,
like,
no.
I don't watch none of that. So that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't watch a lot of TV, bro.
No.
She said A Different World. That's another one where
that is like, a good classic show. I would say it probably could be an honorable mention, but it wouldn't be like a top for me.
She had me change out my desk, y'all. She said it was too high. I can't put my phone up where I can see the comments, so I'm ping-ponging back and forth. Anyways, real quick, Ghost. That's a spinoff from the original Power series. I think they're on season 4.
So which one is that?
That's the one with his son, Tariq.
Okay.
And it's like...
Because I've never... I don't...
You better not say it.
Can I get it out? Can I get it out?
What was old buddy that jumped on the judge the other day? Dog, don't make me leap his damn couch, man.
What? I don't watch Power. I don't watch Power. I watched a couple episodes of the Power Force with Tommy. I tried to. I just don't get into. I'm sorry. And let me explain. It's just not good to me. It's just not good. I'm sorry. 50 Cent just doesn't,
We'll get into it.
We're going to have to.
We'll get into it. My last, one?
Is this considered your honorable mentions?
Yeah, these are the honorable mentions.
Okay, so you put Power as an honorable mention?
I said Ghost.
Ghost, okay. All right, bet.
Ghost.
I'm gonna say okay, so Ghost.
Stranger Things.
I can understand that.
Is almost, this is gonna be what, 5? Season 5?
I think they're on season 5. We're like they split it up, like the parts.
So that's what I'm saying. It's like that's another one of them where it's like,
I get it. You got
I see people talking about shit, and that's what makes me go look at it. It ain't like, oh, I'm a diehard.
What is that? What's her name? 11?
Yep.
Yeah, she got a big ass forehead. Like,
we get back over to these comments. Scandal. Nope. Don't do none of that.
No.
F both of y'all. Dang, is that how y'all feel?
Damn, what'd I do?
I don't watch any of the Tyler Perry shows. It's one you can watch over and over. Come on, Avery.
No,
oh man, like for real though. So,
Scandal. I forgot all about that one. That's another one of those mid shows that everyone was complaining about.
1, 2, 3.
I do love
4.
Kerry Washington though. She's bad, but
last one, All American.
Excuse me?
All American.
Is that the
football with Tay Diggs and all of that?
Oh, okay.
That's another one. Like my wife is sitting around watching all these shows and stuff, and it's like, man, what is this? Or I'll come in and she's watching it, and I'll just sit down, and before you know it, all right, I got to go back.
I seen a clip, and dude ran a route.
Look,
and it was the worst slow-mo.
But the crazy thing is based on a true story. So that's what got me emotionally hooked into it too. There's a lot of suspense, it's a lot of drama, things like that.
So it's based, okay. I can respect that.
It's not solely about football. Like I get it. That's the name. The main character is a superstar football player, but it's a lot of aspects and things that go on and ties into the youth and all that. Like it's a good series.
Okay.
So that's why for me, honorable mention. I'm waiting on the new season to get ready to load up anyway. But let's jump into this, man. We 40 minutes in. Let's knock it out the park. Right. I gotta hear this now. Based on what you started saying and where I'm at, like we on totally different opposite ends.
And that just goes to show that, you know, everyone watches TV for different reasons. You know, for me, I watch TV. It takes me away from what's going on in our lives right now and stuff. I want to watch something. I want to watch something that's going to remove me from I guess what's going on in the world. So I want to watch something that's a little different. I can't see, you know, something that is, you know, science fiction in nature. I don't want to see something that could potentially happen. You know what I'm saying? I want to see something that there's no chance. You know what I'm saying? But with that being said, number 5 is Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty, to me, and it's an animated show, comes on Adult Swim. To me, is from season 1 until this current season, has done nothing but continue to grow and expand. And it's about this kid named Morty and his grandfather, Rick, who happens to be a genius, the smartest man in the galaxy or the universe. And they just have all these different adventures that they go on and stuff like that. And it's hilarious. It's funny, but it has a lot of pop culture reference in there and stuff like that. You got one where they're flying on a dragon and they listen to Percocet, Molly Percocet. So
I don't know nothing about none of that shit.
It's crazy how the different references they have into it. And they were in, you seen the dude Space Jam movie. They were in the Space Jam movie, number 2, when they dropped off Tasmanian Devil. That was Rick and Morty. You know?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about
it. Yeah, so that's my number 5. My number 4 is actually another animated one. Oh wow, where'd it go? South Park.
South Park is up already.
Yeah, South Park's my number 4. And reason being is South Park has consistently pushed the needle each and every season that I've been on. They have gone above and beyond when it comes to what can and cannot be said on a TV show for a comedic value. But they also have a message behind it too. You know, they will go at and no one's safe. And that's, I think, about comedy that I love. It's like, okay, if you're going to go at somebody, either no one's off limits or everyone's off limits. And
that's how I feel.
And they feel like no one is off limits. So They go out and they want that. Some of my favorite players. I mean, they went out Kanye. Like there's several episodes about Kanye. Yeah. The fish sticks episode. You mean what do you mean fish sticks? Like you're a gay
Lord,
fish.
forgive me. It's Sunday. I apologize ahead of time, but Tylee and Timmy. When I first saw them, that's how I knew. I was like, man, yeah.
Like
nothing's off limits.
You have a towel who smokes weed and gets high.
Nothing's off
limits. Timmy,
limits.
He is a special needs individual in a wheelchair, and this only word he says is Timmy. Timmy.
I mean, the one where old buddy took the steroids.
With Jimmy.
Yeah. And see, like when I watch stuff like that, my wife, dog, she don't want no parts of it. Like she'll go upstairs or whatever. But it's like, even with that, I don't have it on my list. But it's like, bro, like you have to mention it.
Yeah.
That's a nice pick, though.
So here's one that's going to throw you off, and it's going to throw a lot of people off. But for me, when it comes to cop dramas and things like that, this one's probably the realest one I've ever watched. And I know a lot of people have probably not seen this before. You can spread your eyes up all you want to. It's not going to be Law and Order. I can tell you right now. It's not going to be none of that. No Law and Order, no Chicago PD.
New York Undercover?
No. Absolutely not. That was a good show because you used to come on right after Living Singles because you had Martin. And unfortunately, Martin's not on my list. I love
Motherfucker.
Martin. It's not. Sorry.
Ooh.
It's not on my list. Don't get me wrong. Martin actually is one of my honorable mentions that I missed but it's not on my top 5. It is what it is. But it is called Southland. If you want to check it out, it's on Hulu right now. It stars, you ever seen that show, Gotham?
Nope.
Okay.
I've seen previews and things. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't watch
main
TV.
Guy, okay,
bro.
the main guy who plays Jim Gordon, I forgot his name. He's in there. But it's about these cops in Los Angeles, LAPD. It's about their lives. And it's real gritty. Like, it's probably one of the most grittiest shows ever. Like, there's an episode where this cop, it's his first day on the job. And he is, trying to, check this person for weapons and stuff. And his senior above him is telling him he's fine. I checked him already. I checked him. He's good. Put him in the car. And dude's like, no, I've not checked him yet. No, put him in the car. I gave you an order. So he has to listen to what he says. Come to find out, dude had a gun on him. Pulls gun out. Shoots a dude who told him to put him in the car. He didn't kill him, but he puts him in the hospital. And he has to kill this man. This is the first day on the job. Shoots and kills this man. This is the first episode. Like, it starts out so cold. And it just, one season was on, I think it was on NBC. Then it got canceled and moved to TNT. The other 4 seasons on TNT. Stars Regina King's in there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a dope TV show that I feel like got canceled too soon. 5 seasons, it didn't last. But that's just because the first season there was a long hiatus and the actors were doing other stuff and they had to try and shoot around their schedule. So that's my number 3. My number 2 is actually going to be Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is my number 2. You'll see why. Game of Thrones, from beginning to end, is by far one of the greatest HBO shows ever created. From jump, I knew that what they're saying. I want to see this. What they saying?
How is Martin not on your list? Thank you.
Easy.
Thank you.
Because there's so many other TV shows. I don't have to have Martin on my list. I told him he's an honorable mention, but he's not my top 5.
Come on, man.
What's next? Someone put the Wayans brothers. Is Wayans brothers on your list? Jamie Foxx show. Is that on your list? That's on your list, isn't
Jamie Foxx. Look, listen, nope. Jamie Foxx will not be slammed. I think they only did 4 seasons.
Pop them collars.
Swear. Look, I literally watched the Jamie Foxx from start to finish not too long ago. It's on HBO, bro. Come on, man. Come on with your list, bro. Like,
so, yeah, Game of Thrones is my number 2. My number 1 show is The Wire.
Okay, I was going to say.
I
was going to say, bro.
You can say to that. It has been consistently one of the top 5 shows of all time. Regardless where you go, you're going to find publications from Rolling Stones to Vanity to wherever, any publication, anywhere you go, you're going to hear The Wire's name mentioned in the top 5 shows. Just from season 1 all the way to season 5, it's nothing but pure. It's pure smoke. It's just dope. Just the character breakdown, the storylines, seeing how these individuals from season 1 progress all the way to season 5, how the corner boys from season 4, how they progressed until season 5. You got some of them became like Michael. He became the new Omar. Dookie became the new Bubbles. It's crazy, man. So yeah, that's my top 5.
Not too shabby. I got The Wire at 5.
What?
I got The Wire at 5. Listen to me. There's a reason for it.
I bet.
I'm a late bloomer.
You didn't watch The Wire until
I didn't watch The Wire until maybe like shit. I want to say maybe within the last 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
It was at the other house.
Okay.
And I sat down. People was like, man, how you ain't never watched The Wire? Blah, blah, blah. Living single. Married with children. Look, Sneed, I said married with children.
That's what they're saying?
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
No.
And living single. Top 5? See, you about to. I don't want to come off as like I'm sounding anti-black, because that's what I feel like they're gonna say. Like, you ain't got Martin and Living Single. No, they were a good show, but they're not a top 5 show.
Martin comes in at number 4 because that is iconic. Like,
I can respect that.
During that time period, bro, it's like I had no business watching Def Comedy Jam and stuff like that, but I did. And once Martin hit the scene, you think about House Party 1, you think about all of that, and it was like, bro,
Bad Boys. He was on.
Martin is a legend, dog.
Boomerang. So
Martin is a legend.
Do you have because I ask this all the time. If Martin's on your list, do you have a favorite Martin episode?
That's hard.
Is it the CD episode?
The CD episode with the dog,
yes, bro. Because that's the one where he had them breaking character, where they could not could not hide their laughing. That was one of the funniest. That's why it's on my honorable mentions. But
that one, the one where they was on vacation with the little possum.
That ain't no damn puppy.
Jerome with the tickets, when he had the tickets to the, like, it's so many, and it's like, we'll get into that afterwards.
Yeah,
because it's like some events transpired this week that it rubbed me the wrong way. I don't want to get involved in that conversation because I see where the general public is leaning.
Ooh.
With the Katt Williams thing and all of that, and it's like, bro, like, I am gonna go there. Real quick.
I'm with that because I think we're kind of on the same page. Like, I listened to The Smoke, but a lot of stuff I didn't agree with.
It's like, I understand there is some truth to what he was saying, but now people are trying to tarnish and wash away a lot of legendary comedians in their work.
Yep. And
what bothers me the most is this whole notion that anybody that put on a dress either sold their souls for money, or Illuminati or Hollywood made them do it. And it's like, bruh, you're not going to tell me that in Living Color with Wanda, even when your boy Jim Carrey was dressed up as the little barbarian chick, like, these are legendary childhood people. Martin, Shanae, they brought up Big Mama's house. I ain't really care for Big Mama's house, so that didn't bother me. But it's like, Tyler Perry, regardless of whether you like his work, those plays, how he originally got in the game, did a lot for our community. Like, my grandmother and them was watching them on VCR and stuff. Like, my brother was sending tapes, and they enjoyed the plays. And it's like, you're not going to water that down. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. I feel like, yes, what he was saying had some truth to it, but I still feel like it came from a jealous space. Like, why are we talking about Friday After Next and that film debuted in 2002? That's 20 plus years ago, bro. Who cares whose role it was?
I think he was
who did this
responding
and
to what because Ricky Smiley was on his show, and I think he was responding to that. That was on Shannon's. He was on Shannon on Club Shay Shay.
But what most people are not going to take the time to do is to actually go back and see what was said. Because I watched Club Shay Shay. When that question came up, Ricky Smiley didn't say anything disrespectful about Katt Williams. He said, I actually auditioned for Money Mike.
And that's exactly what Ice Cube said as well. He auditioned for Money Mike.
And he was like, everything worked out for the best. He was like, Katt Williams killed that role. He actually gave him praise.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen to only Katt Williams' version of it, oh, he was hating on me the whole time. Oh, that should have been my role. That should have been this and that. And it's like, bro, like that one interview made people turn on all these other legends.
There's a lot. I've seen one where, and this is, I guess I don't understand it, but there was like, oh man, you see how many people, how fast people responded to it. You know, he's speaking some truth. No, people just don't want people at a point in their life where they need to feel like, and they have every right to defend their name. This is their name that's being tarnished. I'm gonna speak up if I feel like something is being said incorrectly. So it is what it is.
And that in its own self is fair. And that's why I said I didn't mean to get off on a
Oh
tangent.
no.
But I'm saying to you, he's interviewed Ricky Smiley. He's interviewed Steve Harvey. I think he did Cedric the Entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
And at the end of the day, if a question is directed at me, am I not supposed to answer it?
Just be quiet.
So I'm saying that in terms of Katt Williams, yes, if he wants to get that off of his chest, you have every right to. But I feel like the entire interview, as soon as it started, your whole goal and your mission was to try to air out everybody. And you're talking about Mark Curry and his stand-up and what Steve Harvey and them are done. I was like, bro, that happened in the 90s. If Mark Curry really had a problem with that, why are we waiting until now to put it out there? And then you fast forward and it's like, oh, Katt Williams is on tour. Guess who the opening acts are? Mark Curry. So it's like, I get it. Everything is strategic. There's a strategy to it all. Shannon Sharp, that's been one of the most viewed interviews.
It's still going up too. It's like it's at some point it's probably going to eclipse whatever the number one is, because it's like it's only been 3 days and it's at 20-something million. Like that's insane. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like we're so drawn to negativity. Everybody's fueled by this quote unquote beef.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm saying that if you go back and listen to interviews and things with Ricky Smiley and all of these people, they talk about how when they first got started in the game, all of them they had to bump shoulders with each other.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about how him and Cedric the Entertainer them used to carpool to acts and things like that. And they said how Katt Williams was in that same space during that time.
So you could tell something clearly must have happened. And you know, he's like he said, he's not in that little soiree.
So that's why I feel like, in my opinion, yes, there's some truth to a lot of what he said, but I still feel like it's coming from a jealous space.
Because he's not the same level as a Steve Harvey. And hell, didn't he had a like a special, him and Steve Harvey, like a heavyweight.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro,
so they've you know, I'll say this. I think Katt Williams is extremely funny. I really do. But I don't like when he comes out and attacks people for like going at Kevin Hart, going at Mike Epps and stuff like that for he called Kevin Hart an industry plant. And that part is like, come on, bro. Like Kevin Hart's been grinding for I don't know how long. You see Kevin Hart when he was young. He was doing stand-up. He did, I want to say it was Def Comedy Jam. I think I seen him on, or his Comic View, but he's been doing it for a while. His those first 3 specials that he had, they were all funny. For someone to say he ain't funny, I laughed. Nothing but quotables to this day.
But that's what I'm saying, and it's like, I get it. Social media is going to be social media. You got to take that with a grain of salt. But I'm saying to you, I read the comments because I love checking the temperature in the room. And I'm saying that following that interview, I see so many people now that have turned against Steve Harvey, Cedric the Entertainer, all of these legendary comedians. And I just said to you, bro, I used to watch Def Comedy Jam. I had no business watching that. So I remember Bernie Mac. I remember Cedric the Entertainer. I remember Steve Harvey and them on there, DL Hughley. So to see one person sit on a couch and then you try to tarnish all of their years of work, and now because Cedric the Entertainer did a joke that looks like yours sitting in a car and he changed it or whatever, now Cedric the Entertainer ain't funny. Cedric the Entertainer don't have any legendary work. Get the fuck out of here with that, bro. I'm like,
yeah, it's one of those things where, and to his point, Katt Williams did say that DL was funny. He said no DL slander, and Bernie Mac. What I didn't know from what Katt said, like there was legitimate, from what Katt was saying, there's legitimate beef between the other Kings and Bernie. How funny Bernie was. So I thought they were all just, you know.
But even with that, I'm not here to take sides or nothing. Oh, yeah. We'll get back on topic. I'll finish out my top 3 and go on from there. It's like, let that man rest. There's no other side of the story. We can only listen to what Katt Williams says. And then even if Steve and them do come out to try to dispute it or whatnot, you don't have Bernie to voice how he really or truly felt. And it's like, that's all it takes is for one person to say something and then everybody sticks with that. And that's where I feel like the world is at right now. Katt Williams, for the most part, hit a hard spot in terms of career. That was back when he got into the fight with the kid and going to jail and this and that. Like, I'm like, bro, like everybody pretty much kind of threw Katt Williams out.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, to this day, seeing that man get choked out by that 13-year-old.
And that's why I made that post.
Like, why would you be fighting? You in your big 30s, 40s, you fighting this 13-year-old kid, and you're losing.
That's why I made that post, and it was like, for him to sit on there, and it's like, oh, people accuse me of being on drugs and being on. I'm like, bro, the pictures speak for themselves. Something had to be going on. Like, I get it, man. If you hit a hard spot in life, we all go through trauma, depression, and who's to say, you know, you may dress down or don't care about your appearance. But based on a lot of his mugshots, bro, he looked like he was under the influence of certain things.
And he said he's never done drugs and stuff. Okay, I've seen you smoke weed.
So I'm saying
that's a lie.
To fast forward, and now everything that come out of your mouth is the gospel, and that's what we sticking to, and we gonna run with it, and we gonna piss on everybody else that you mentioned. Like, nah, bro, I'm not cool with that. But like I said, that's neither here nor there. Sorry to go off on a tangent. Hold on, we got a comment.
Yeah, that was a crazy couple of days.
There's a whole lot of followers. People follow where there's negativity. Katt didn't say anything new that we didn't already know. Thank you. Facts.
I'll say this, and this is, somebody said this, Avery Spears, and don't get me wrong, Avery Spears basically echoed the exact same thing we just quoted. Our people love drama. We love that negativity. That's what draws us to us, and it's unfortunate because it's like, man, if we could just get behind each other, we'd be so much powerful.
But what blew me away was
3,000 books in them.
Look, I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there.
Is he serious? How many books? 3,000?
It's like, I was blown away by the fact that was a 3-hour interview.
Yeah, that scene, I was like, hold on.
And
it's still going?
28 million people.
Not wasted, but
I ain't gonna say they wasted.
But they watched for 3 hours.
I put it on while I was working, so I got it playing in the background. But it's like, normally when I see podcasts that's that long, I'll watch it in segments or whatever. But it's like, within 2 days, bro, everybody was like, I watched the whole thing. He said this, and he was speaking the truth. He came with. I'm like, bro, we really just gave 3 hours of our time simply because of the drama aspect of it. Had anybody made a 3-hour podcast talking about how we can better our lives and start our own businesses and things like that, it wouldn't even.
They have those, and let's look at the numbers. Let's look at, and I guarantee you, if Club Shay Shay did a 3-hour podcast on how to better ourselves as a people, it wouldn't be 1 million views, let alone 27 million. Crazy. It's just like you said, we love.
And shout out to Unc, because now I love that he's getting his flowers and the recognition that he deserves, because he's been doing great interviews on Club Shay Shay. I just hate that it took this to really make it go through the roof. But anyways, my top 3, and then we out of here. Yeah,
let's hear this. I
appreciate everybody that's been on the live.
Let's hear these top 3. It's probably some bull too, because you've been.
Bro, you're a hater, dog. You mentioned it earlier.
Hate.
You mentioned it earlier, and it never came up, so I got beef with you, bro.
Uh-oh.
We was on the same lines there for a minute, and I thought you was going to say it, bro. Horatio is the GOAT. If you don't know who Horatio is,
CSI Miami,
then we got a problem. CSI Miami is in my top 3. That's number 3. I can sit down and watch CSI Miami constantly. And we used to, shout out to my wife, bro. We used to just put on CSI Miami and we good for the rest of the night.
I thought you was going to say Law and Order SVU. A lot more people will say
really watch that.
What?
I just told you I don't watch a lot of like, bro.
But you watch CSI Miami.
But you got to hear me out, though. Okay, I don't know if my wife is the one who put me on, but it's like I literally like come in and something is already on TV and I'm just sitting down bullshitting whatever, and then after a while I'm like, wait a minute, and now I'm hooked, and now I go back. So I'm saying like CSI Miami is one of them, bro. It's like, nah, Horatio the truth, man.
We even the best CSI.
Number 2.
CSI Las Vegas was the best.
Number 2, bro. Number 2. One of the greatest TV series, and the fact that it has branched into a universe.
Uh-oh.
And people are able to open up all these different doors, and it's endless opportunities, endless writing, endless
just spit it out.
Power by far. It damn near could have been number 1. That is another series where I used to see people talk about it back in the day so much. And it's like, bro, I don't watch TV. Mm-hmm. I don't care about that. I ain't getting involved. To me, I'm looking at like, oh, monkey see, monkey do. I don't want to be. And then I come in and my wife was watching it. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. Like, they legit blowing motherfuckers' heads off, doing everything. No, I gotta watch this. So then when I went back and started from episode 1, that is a series that I can sit down and watch over and over and over, and it will never get old to me. And like I said, the fact that now you've branched off, you said you watch Force.
Yeah, I've seen Force.
If you've never watched Power, then Force ain't gonna do nothing for you.
Well, I watched certain episodes of Power, and so I know of the characters. I know about Ghost. I know about Tommy. I know about Kanan. I know about Angela. I know the characters. It didn't grab my attention. But I watched Force. I actually was over at a chick's house, and she was like, "Let's watch this." I bet we can watch this. Obviously, we didn't finish it, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay.
There you go. Now you're doing too much. But
clap them cheeks.
Yeah, it's been a lonely time though. Anyway, so I want to hear your number 1 though, because I got a feeling that it's not.
No, number. No, it is. It is. We've already touched on it.
Okay.
Game of Thrones by far is the best series I've ever watched in my life. By far. Like, there's no questions about it. I told you, I'm currently in the process of going back, looking at it, and I'm so drawn in, and I'm so, like, emotionally invested. I hate Joffrey.
With a burning passion.
I hate Cersei. Like, these are TV characters, bro, and I'm sitting on the couch
she is the GOAT. I'm sorry, bro.
I can't stand her
when
ass,
they had her in the Red Keep, and they wanted to fucking put her on trial. and you see what she did to,
Bruh.
oh my God. She blew up the entire city, the High Scepter. The
Bruh,
way
they was ruthless.
like just like the musical score behind that, like the build up to it. Oh man, that was quality TV. Quality TV.
I've
You know what's
rewatched
crazy
Game
though?
of Thrones probably 5 times. I swear, man, it's like.
But you know what's shocking though, and I know people are going to say this, and it's not. It's on a lot of people's lists. It's not on mine. Snowfall. I couldn't make it past the 3rd episode, and I think everyone knows what episode I'm talking about. When they had a homeboy back in that room with that other dude.
So here's the thing.
I couldn't finish it. After
Here's
that,
the
I was done for. I was like, nah, I
Don't
can't
y'all
do this.
pull my black card.
Uh-oh.
I've never watched Snowfall. I've never watched, what is it, The Shy?
I've never watched Shy. I don't have Showtime.
Is it one called ATL or something?
Oh, you never seen ATL before?
I've never seen that.
Here, you know what's crazy? Katt Williams. Katt Williams has I want to say a 2-minute cameo. He won an Emmy off that as Alligator Man.
I saw that.
Yeah. So ATL is a good show. It's not a top 10 show to me, but it's definitely good. But you got to be someone who likes the type of comedy like Donald Glover. You got to like that, and not everyone is not a big fan of him.
So hear me out, though. Another quick tangent. I'm one of them people where I feel like, why is it that everything that we push or promote is centered around drugs and violence? And it's like, what could possibly be the biggest difference between Power, Snowfall, The Shy? Like, they all have the same premise, I feel like. And I just I honestly don't know. So for those that are listening or watching,
I was just about
you can correct me if I'm wrong.
The livelihood of how it is in Chicago.
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Yeah,
this is all assumptions. So
and
please
I think
don't
a lot
come
of those
after
shows. And I basically want to say it, but a lot of those shows all derive from, not derive from, but they all take some sort of their background from The Wire. Like a lot of them take their they get a lot of from what The Wire did.
So that's what I'm so you're proving my point. That's exactly what I'm saying. We both had The Wire listed, and I'm saying to you, it's like, how long ago was The Wire? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you fast forward, and it's like all of our greatest entertainment and all of our shows. Or PVAT. I've never watched an episode of PVAT. Like, I don't care about that, and that's why I just told you.
I think we're on the same page. And we didn't put this on our list. Obviously, the reasons why was because they didn't fit the criteria. But your Marvels, your Loki, like Loki, if Loki might be the greatest Marvel TV show ever made. Loki, right there, just from beginning to the end, it was written perfectly.
Shout out to Rose on the live. Hold on, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah.
You need to check out Blacklist on Netflix.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
Is that no? Yes, no. That's the list. It has what's his name? Is it James Spader, I believe, and Megan Boone. He's this white dude, and he's like this high up on the wanted list, and he basically turns himself in, and he's basically I think that's what it is.
I don't know. She said, yeah,
that's what it is. Yeah. James Spader. So he basically turns himself in, say, dude, I'm the number one, but I'm gonna give you these people, but you got to give me, this. So he's basically snitching.
She said, here's a question. Why do we always go for the bad guys like on Power? I definitely was for Tommy and Ghost. Like I said, it's just, I feel like, bruh.
Is it because we were wired?
We are. That's what I was like. That's where I was leaning to. Because
are we wired as a people that we want to see the bad? Like in Scarface, I guess we want to see that person. We want to see him thrive and survive. You want to see him win.
Think about some of our biggest classics, bro. And I know we off topic. We're going to wrap it up here in a minute. It's like New Jack City, Menace to Society.
Yeah.
Boys in the Hood. Even though Boys in the Hood had a great meaning and a message to it, but it's like
it ended
the whole thing.
I don't say it ended well, but it ended for the principal character.
But I'm saying it's like all of our favorite classic movies, South Central, things like that. It's so what?
No, it was a sad movie.
I was gonna say, don't you do that, Deuce?
Hey, bro,
don't you do that?
I love South
Don't
Central.
you do that, man? OG Bobby Johnson.
He even got your boy Ray Ray. He even got your boy Ray Ray out here. Yes, I know that. I love South
Shout out to OG Bobby Johnson.
We're not gonna have look when it comes to those type of movies and stuff like that. I've seen them all. Same thing with with Juice and
but that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like these are all movies from our childhood, and now we all have kids, and it's almost like that can't be the only thing that we can come up with. That's a whole nother conversation in its own self.
Yeah, it's not though, because you have Ice Cube. Ice Cube's made a lot of hood movies, but he's done a lot of I won't say quality, but he's in a lot of family friendly projects. Are we there yet? Are we done yet? What is that one with the football? Not The Replacements, but he had Old Girl. Yeah. So I mean, he's.
But think about though, like, and again, I don't mean to get off top. Like those are movies, and that's perfectly fine. Our conversation today is TV series, and a lot of our thriving, more successful TV series, especially the ones that are geared towards the African American community, it's all centered around drugs, crime.
Okay. Yeah.
That's just how I feel. I understand people may want me to hit the button, but I'm just like,
yeah, that's what I guess people see that, and that's what sells. I mean,
so that's what I'm saying to you. Like, I stumbled upon Power. It wasn't like, oh, Power's coming on, 50 Cent, I can't wait. It's like, bro, it grabbed my attention, and then once I saw it.
Would you consider Empire on that list? Because I didn't watch it.
I stopped watching it.
I didn't watch it, but I thought that was a movie about a TV show about a family of like singers, and I didn't.
No, it was a lot of backstabbing, corruption, and things like that. But after a while, it got old to me. I quit watching it. That's why I said I wasn't invested.
I seen Terrence Howard wear some dreadlocks. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this. This makes no sense to me at all. So
I wasn't invested. That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like Power got me in a chokehold so bad to where it's like I'm looking forward to what the future holds, because there are so many different ways that they can expand. It's a brand now.
It's a universe in itself, exactly. A franchise. You can go a lot of places. And that's, I will say this, while I don't watch any of the Powers that much, I do like to see that 50 Cent is, creating something. He's thriving. That's great to see, because a lot of these places, for the most part, you don't have like a black executive who's making these decisions. It's right. It's not. You got Tyler Perry. You got Shonda. 50 is now in that class. That's a good area to be named in. Being named in that.
Which circles back to what I was saying about the whole Katt Williams thing, bro. It's like all of these successful comedians and entertainers and things. I get it. The whole writer strike and people are not being paid what they deserve and things like that. But it's like that circle now is so big to where they could all come together and create things.
Yeah.
And do it together. But we're so divided to where it's
they're not built like that.
That's crazy to me. It's like, you're gonna go at Tyler Perry. You're gonna go, like, this man got his own studio. He's got his own everything, bro. If all of y'all came together, y'all could literally take over, and you don't need Hollywood anymore. Why do you think everybody's willing to do whatever they can? Mm-hmm. Because everybody's trying to get their break. Now, I'm not trying to justify it and say people are supposed to demean themselves and belittle to get the money, but it's like, bruh, how many successful people do you really know that didn't step on somebody to get it? That's the conversation that people don't really want to have. It's like, bruh, I don't know too many successful people
who
that didn't have to scratch
honest.
And claw to get to it.
Yeah, there's always somebody you want to have to. There's no ethical billionaire. There's no ethical,
right.
So
right, because if it was, then we all would eventually figure out how to get it. It's like, nah, bro. But anyways, that's a whole nother conversation. Real quick, back to the Game of Thrones, dog. Like,
you say Joffrey and Cersei is.
I can't stand them.
Okay. Yeah, Joffrey, Cersei. I wasn't the biggest. No, Ramsay. That's mine. Sorry, Ramsay Bolton, hands down.
He's an
Ramsey
asshole.
both. Yeah. For what he did.
He's I'm at the part now where they got what's his name? Theon.
Mm-hmm. What he did, he turned Theon.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
He did him bad.
Horrible.
He did him bad.
He gotta go. And the way he went down with them dogs,
man,
was one of the.
I tell you somebody else I can't stand. Sansa.
You don't like Sansa Stark?
I hate that little, you know what? Ooh, I don't even want to call out her name. And look, that's
why
how I know,
Sansa?
bro. She's so fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like,
all right, but she started off naive, dumb. She grew.
If we gonna be truthful, bro, she the reason why her daddy got smoked.
That is true, but everyone who watches shows and movies know that Sean Bean, the actor who plays Ned Stark, we all knew he was going to die. He dies in everything he plays. There hasn't been a single TV show or a movie that man has survived. It wasn't a question of if. It's like, man, when they gonna cut this nigga's head off? Obviously, episode 7, 8, chopped him up, get him up out of here. Yeah, Joffrey was bad. Cersei, man. Ramsey wasn't the biggest fan of the dad. I mean, he did what he had to do for the family. I get that. Tywin.
Yeah, he was a jerk.
Cause he literally when Tyrion asked, "What is the one thing you've done, for the family?" The day you were born. Like, how do you tell your son that I saved you just because you're family, but not because I don't love you?
That's why I feel like Game of Thrones is the GOAT, because bro, them is
real words. He was sleeping with his chick.
Them is real words.
And Tyrion had to choke his ex. He had to kill her because she was sleeping with him. Like, that was tough.
It happens every day.
And then he kills him with the damn crossbow. Like, I was like, on the toilet. On the shitter.
That's why I said, look, I can't wait till the kids go to bed, man. I gotta finish up. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. Game of Thrones. I got it one. You got me thinking 1A, 1B right now. And that's how close it is. Game of Thrones and The Wire.
Game of Thrones so cold.
Yeah.
I didn't like how it ended though. I wanted a different ending.
Really? Was it because I wanted Jon to be king? He was the rightful king. If it wasn't Jon, it should have been Daenerys. I didn't like Daenerys being killed.
I didn't either.
I didn't like the fact that, because it was horribly written. It was. I didn't like the fact that Bran, this motherfucker, let me shut up, but this guy is the king. I didn't like the fact that now he's the king. Oh, well, I'm here because, I've always known I was going to be. I ain't trying to hear all that.
No.
So that really pissed me off. How they killed off, what's his name? Bald dude, the unit. You know what I'm talking about.
Ferris?
Yes, how they killed him all pissed me off. The fight with the Night King, that entire episode pissed me off because it was so dark. Like, why would you film that? You couldn't see nothing. It was just it was rushed, and it was horribly scripted. Arya killing the Night King of all people. Don't get me wrong. In the moment when it happened, it was cold because he dove at him, caught him, like, you think she's dead. And she flipped that thing down and jabbed him with that dagger, killed him off. It was cold.
That's why Game of Thrones is the GOAT, bro.
But it was like, really? Arya? Okay.
She had the saddest journey. So that is the climax of all climaxes, like, to me.
I want to see, because, they got so much going on right now. They got House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Gold. I feel like we can have this. We can have this in 5 years, and I feel like House of the Dragon is going to be on our list. Like, it started off episode 1, amazing. Yeah. But I feel like they're going to do something with Jon Snow. I feel like they're probably going to do something with Arya because she's on a ship being sailed somewhere. So, I mean, you got a lot of places you can go with this.
They have endless opportunities.
Yeah.
I just hate how much time goes by. Like, if you're going to do it, do it.
It's I know a lot of it. It's a cost thing too. Like to shoot these episodes, these are not TV shows. How they're being shot right now, the production value. These are $1 million an episode, if not more, that they're spending on because you got to pay for room and board, food, the ship one over there, to pay for the scene to be built because they're not doing this in Hollywood. They're over in our Iceland and Scotland and all these places. That's what they're So it's
great conversation.
Oh yeah, I can't, bro. So you gonna make me go home and cut it right on.
It's a school night. They back in school tomorrow, so I'm finna put their little ass in the bed and jump back on this Game of Thrones. Eagles getting destroyed. They done got tough. Destroyed. So this season is done for me.
Well, yeah, the season, but you got playoff.
Man, it's over, bro.
You gotta have faith. Playoff.
It's over. So, anyways, man.
But real quick, can we talk about what you got on?
Oh, it's coming.
That is cold.
It's coming,
That
bro.
is, oh, it's man. Look, I got the shirt on right now, but it ain't nothing like what he got right there. It ain't nothing like that. That is dope. I need one. I'm going to tell you right now. Anytime I see it, I'm going to order it. And I need one.
Fresh off the press.
I need the black and red and the black. Is that black and white? I need both of them.
That's silver. That's for
black and
right
silver.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need that.
Hot off the press, man. It's like I've been trying to figure out different, creative ways to promote the podcast. It's like I'm not technically a boots on the ground person, go out, shake hands, pass out cards type thing. And I'm always trying to find ideas to where if somebody, like literally, Angelina made this for me. We went to a basketball game and I'm going up the bleachers. Oh my God, I love that shirt. I want one of those. Complete stranger. I want one of those. I've been in the airport. Somebody, people will read it. Oh man, I like that. Is that yours? It's a conversation starter. So I've had several ideas. I'm like, here, who did you help win today? Who did you do this? Blah, 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 blah. And I told Angelina last week, I said, I want to try to do something with simply just IRD. I was like, put the little logo up under it. I was like, somebody's going to say, what does that stand for? What is that? I go to our game and they came. She's got a shirt on. I was like, damn, that's dope. Yep. I like that. And she came up with she put it all together and this is what came out. So that's why I stacked it here on the couch so that those that are watching the YouTube channel, they can see it.
Yeah.
It's here though. I think it's dope too. Like I said, several people stopped me. It's like, man, I really like that. And like I said, this is like these, she just done these today. So y'all see it. Let me know. Put it on a t-shirt, put it on a crew neck, put it on a hoodie. It is what it is. Y'all let me know. Like I said, the whole goal has been always to push and promote the podcast. It's never been about me trying to get money and things like that. Like I tell people, my wife puts all this together. So if somebody orders a shirt or anything, I go out, I front the costs, front the materials. Like we're paying for all of that out of our pocket. I feel like it's reasonably priced.
Oh, yeah.
Considering everything that goes into it, the labor, putting it all together and things like that. I'm not trying to bust people's head. Plus the way shipping and stuff done went up. Everything has gone up right now. So if I say
come on, Biden, do better, Biden.
T-shirt, 20, crew neck, 35, hoodie, 40, I feel like that's reasonably priced. Considering that
most definitely.
You go into Dick's and it's a hoodie with just a Nike swoosh and it's $70. So
why and for me, why, and like a lot of my stuff, like even right now, I got a respectful disagree shirt on. A lot of my gear is to support my homies, and you
Perfect.
know, so I mean, I got yours. I got some stuff from my homie Rod Vision Clothing.
Yeah.
You know, there's some stuff from Dante. I got all that, bro.
Exactly.
Why put money in the hands of billionaires when I got homies in the city that are selling clothes
exactly how I am.
that I could put money into their pockets and help further their brand.
Facts.
You know, and that's how it is, man. Like I said, support the homies any way I can.
Hashtag support the homies.
Any way I
definitely.
But yeah, bro, thanks for having me on here. I know that this was a very interesting one.
That's what I'm trying to get back to, man. Just kick back, relax, have some conversation. I was like, hell, if people are going to sit down and listen to Katt Williams for 3 hours, then why am I so pressed for time? Like, my goal has always been between 30, 50 minutes. And it's like, you know what, man? Just sit back, have a conversation. It is what it is.
Did. Appreciate that. Had to wear the monkey hat. Act my monkey self. About to give me some KFC, watermelon, and grape.
Man,
you
look,
seen that?
I had a crushed grape soda when he walked in here. That man showed me that picture, bro.
I'm gonna post it on Facebook, so all my Facebook friends, you'll see it. KFC, watermelon, and grape soda. That is like the blackest meal ever.
That sounds like a fire ass combination. It
sounds like something that Noah Kaniga would
eat. We going now. We going off that one, man. Like I said, I definitely appreciate your time, man. Everybody that's been tuned in, especially those that's been on the Facebook Live. Hold on, I ain't forgot about y'all over here, man. Appreciate y'all engaged. Y'all know the routine, man. Like, share, subscribe. The goal this year is to get to 1,000. Like I said before, once I surpass 500 subscribers, I qualify to monetize off the channel. But right now, it's off of like the super comments and stuff. Like, you got to purchase a comment. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not gonna ask people to do that. I don't know nothing about it. I was like, I ain't gonna go that far. So once I get to 1,000, then you qualify for ads. And I feel like that's the way to go. Different advertisements and things like that. But who knows? Like I said, it's still January, so sky's the limit this year. Like I said, we're trying to get to 1,000, man. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and we out of here.
Deuces.
Ass toasted, no competition. Amnesia coasting. I feel so high, I feel so live. My body's in the twine. Amnesia coasting. I feel so live, and I know why. That I can't deny. Amnesia coasting. Goody, fine wine, fools, malt liquor. Wish me I'm high class.